The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
The New York Jets have released their first unofficial depth chart of training camp, and there's some interesting takeaways that we could draw. We'll talk about that and much more from Jets camp. Joe Caporoso from Badlands will join us. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, AG's first training camp with the New York Jets is underway.
We bleed Jets green each and every day. Will the playoff drought finally end? Kings of the offseason, baby. This is what we do. At least we have Garrett Wilson. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quentin Williams. Prepare to be underdogs. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go, here on a Monday. Quick programming note. The shows today through Thursday, or at least our first show on the day, will start at 9 a.m. because I am filling in for Michael K. on ESPN New York from 1 to 3 over the next 4 days. So that is why you will be getting 9 a.m. start times roughly for our first streams on the day. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk all things New York Jets. Once again, shout out to all the Asmaniacs who came out to the Cloverleaf Tavern this past Saturday after the green and white scrimmage. Awesome turnout. If you want to watch a recap video that Gator was kind enough to edit, check that out on the channel. Posted that yesterday for those of you who have some FOMO and want to see what the meetup looked like. Okay, here we go. We're talking Jets. We're talking depth chart. And ladies and gentlemen, a father of three is going to join us right now. Joe Caporoso from Badlands. Joe, first things first, congrats to you and your family. Kid number 3, and here you are back in the saddle ready to talk Jets football.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. She's a week old, already in her Jets gear, already ready for her first preseason game this weekend. There's no time to waste, so we get her right into the family business as quickly as we can.
Love that. So you saw the depth chart. I'm sure most fans by now have seen it. I'll pull up a graphic here and we can go through it. But does anything catch your attention immediately when you look at and once again, it's unofficial, but the Jets are required, like every other team, to put something out 2 weeks in. What did you make of the first depth chart of the Aaron Glenn era?
Look, I try never to get too worked up about this because I know a lot of it is driven just by the PR and the media team, and it's a mandatory thing they need to do. However, it's a depth chart, and it's exciting to look at depth charts. So, look, what bothers me still, and I think bothers a lot of Jet fans still, is guys like Michael Clemens and Allen Lazard are still starters on this depth chart effectively. Now, are the Jets always going to be an 11 personnel where they're going to have 3 receivers out there? Probably not. Also in the receiver room, I don't buy that Malachi Corley is really running ahead of Arian Smith from everything that we've seen, but I understand they want to start the rookies a little further back. Little surprise maybe to see Ball as a third linebacker over Davis, but I think Davis is going to have a very specific role as a blitzer on passing situations. So I think ultimately he does play more, and the Jets are more regularly in looks that only have 2 linebackers out there. You know, beyond that, nothing too shocking. I think we all want to see a guy like Malachi Moore beat out Tony Adams, but Malachi Moore's a little banged up now, so maybe that delays the inevitable of that happening. A lot of this will get sorted more cleanly once the preseason starts. I look at returner, and I do wonder, again, if Gibson is just going to end up sticking because they don't trust anyone else to be a punt returner unless Pritchett could really grab that role. And can he grab that role if he is just purely a punt returner? So I don't think there's too much drama on what this final 53 is going to be. The last 3 or 4 spots, I think, are probably up in the air, but then you're going to have waiver wires. So it's not perfect. I certainly don't like seeing holdovers like Clemens and Lazard that high, but that's also just sort of an inevitable part of a rebuild and some of the changes they're going through. I will also say we kind of got the soft confirmation that we've all been discussing, that a guy like Reynolds and a guy like Cowart are going to be these bridge starters that the coaching staffs are familiar with from previous spots. I don't think it's surprising to see Reynolds as the second receiver or Cowart as the starter next to Quinnen, just based on their previous experience with the coaching staffs on each side of the football.
So Armand Membou, no surprise, he's listed as the starting right tackle. Jeremy Ruckert being listed as the starting tight end. I could tell you from being at practice on Saturday, and I could tell you from just reading through the tea leaves and even talking to people that have watched all the practices, doesn't feel like Jeremy Ruckert's actually the starting tight end. So maybe they're making Mason Taylor, quote unquote, earn it, but it does feel like this team's going to use a lot of 12 personnel. So you might have Ruckert out there as that extra tight end, more of a blocker, and then you're going to see Taylor as the true tight end that could be more of a receiver. Your thoughts on this tight end situation, Joe? Because it feels like, just from watching practice and certainly what has played out so far, they're going to need Mason Taylor to be really good as a rookie for this passing attack to have a chance to be competent.
Yeah, I think you said it right. And I think maybe this, outside of Membu, who, is a top 10 pick, I don't think we need to mess around and act like there's any world he's not going to start from day one. Mason Taylor is going to start day one, but I could see them maybe being like, look, our day 2, day 3 rookies on the first depth chart, we're going to list them maybe a slot back further and let them more officially work their way up. I think Taylor will be third on the team in targets behind Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall. I think you're going to see a lot of similarities to how Justin Fields had chemistry with Cole Kmet that he'll have with Mason Taylor. I think he'll be a key part of that boot game, of that intermediate passing game. And even though he's a rookie, they need him out there for blocking purposes and his ability to be a key component of the passing game. So again, I think it's going to be Garrett Wilson first in targets, Breece Hall second, Taylor third. Once you get past that, it's probably Reynolds and maybe Braylon Allen or Isaiah Davis, depending on how much they're out there. I don't think you're going to have too many other tight ends, inclusive of Ruckert, getting a ton of targets. Ruckert's there for his blocking. And can he be sort of an H-back? I think in some ways he's competing with Andrew Beck more than anybody else for reps in a roster spot. He'll probably get that roster spot over a guy like Beck, and they'll use him in a bit of a hybrid H-back role. And when they're going to throw, you'll probably see Stone Smart used situationally. I think he's a glorified big slot receiver more so than a tight end. And he's the kind of guy like Arian Smith who will have a package of plays that are 8 to 12 reps a game that are very specific, that uses them as a pass catcher. And I expect 3 tight ends to make the team. I expect Taylor to be the most involved and play the most by a good amount.
If you're watching live right now, we're talking with Joe Caporoso from Badlands. Him and Connor Rogers host the flagship show on the Badlands Network on Patreon. And if you're just a Jet fan, I highly recommend you subscribe to Joe, Connor, Will Parkinson, Paul, the entire team over at Badlands. They do a great job covering the Jets each and every day. How about this for a super chat, Joe? Kelly Cogg says, congrats on the sex, Joe. You done it.
I did it. That is how babies come. So we can confirm it has happened at least 3 times now. Thank you.
There you go. You know what? It's never too early for that in the Jet Chat. Here we go, Kelly. I appreciate you. Speaking of the Jet Chat making Aaron Glenn emotional at the green and white scrimmage on Saturday. Quick story I want to share for those who didn't see the recap video I put out on the channel on Saturday. Those were Asmaniacs that started that chant during the Jets pregame stretch before the scrimmage started. It was about 5 or 6 diehard Jet fans, Asmaniacs sitting on the 50-yard line. Nate, Jay Quest, Johnny Boy, Mike D's Nuts. That's a real name, by the way, Joe. I'm trying to think who else was there.
I'm on the back of a jersey.
100%. They were the ones who started that Jet chant that apparently got Aaron Glenn all emotional. So I thought that was a cool little nugget that I learned over the weekend. As far as the actual things that happened, though, during this green and white scrimmage, I was there, Joe. I mean, every other play was a penalty. It was sloppy. The offense, other than a couple runs from Fields and a couple runs here or there that actually weren't called back for holding, they really didn't do much. Are you concerned in any way after a day like that? What's your take on how Jet fans should be feeling after a lackluster, to be nice, green and white scrimmage?
Not overly concerned. This feels like an annual thing where the scrimmage is sort of the first big thing in camp, and it's not surprising the defense is running ahead of the offense. I know we're all tired of hearing that as Jet fans. It's been that way literally forever, but you have a much more veteran defensive side of the ball. You have a veteran D coordinator, a defensive-oriented head coach. You have a first-time offensive coordinator, a quarterback learning the offense, a quarterback who's really built on running the football, which you could only do so much of in training camp. So in a vacuum, it's not shocking that the defense is running ahead of the offense. Penalties are a problem. I will say the time to have penalties and learn them and coach them out is August 2nd, not September 2nd. It's good they have refs at practice and they're making it a point of emphasis. It's not good that it's still a problem, and it's something that has to be a point of emphasis through the preseason, through joint practices with the Giants. So it's something to definitely monitor, but it's good that they are on it and they are coaching it now. It's an important 2-week stretch upcoming for the Jets offense in particular. You want to see them move the football, play clean against Green Bay. You want to see them hold up well against a pretty average at best Giants team in joint practices and in that second preseason game. And then it's kind of like wind down mode a little bit to like catch your breath before game prep for the Steelers. So these 2 weeks will be important. It's great that Fields is like properly healthy for these weeks. It seems like the only prominent injury on the offense right now is Simpson might miss like a week or so, but if he's going to miss time, now is the time for it. You could slide Tittman over to guard, get him some reps there. If someone does get hurt, that would be the offensive line pivot you'd want to make. So you have your 5 best out there. I don't know if we've gotten official reports on Reynolds and Gibson. I know they're both a little banged up. I don't think either is all that serious. And honestly,
Reynolds, I don't think is at all because he limped off, but then he was waving off the trainers by the end of the scrimmage I saw. So I think he'll be okay.
I mean, look, and if there's 2 guys who could stand to miss a few days, it's veterans like that where you can get more reps for Arian Smith, Brandon Smith, Corley, who's, fighting tooth and nail for a roster spot. So I think all things considered in the scope of NFL training camps where people get banged up, knock on wood, they've stayed relatively healthy so far.
The one thing I will say, as lackluster and sloppy as the scrimmage was, to me, it was clear this team's going to be able to run the ball. Now, part of me wants to take it with a little bit of a grain of salt just because we know how bad the Jets' rushing defense was. So, the Jets lighting them up in practice, running the ball. I mean, you obviously don't want to be all in and say this team's going to lead the NFL in rushing, but I do expect this team to be effective running the football. So what are your thoughts on just how the rest of the offense potentially looks with that being the main focus? We're going to see something as Jet fans we probably have not seen since Rex was the coach as far as the volume of rushing attempts and the strategy on game day to try and just ground and pound.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll be the most run-heavy team in the NFL. I think certainly they'll be the most run-heavy Jets team since 2009, and that makes sense with their depth chart. I mean, if they're trying to maximize this roster, they have 3 capable, talented running backs. They have a good run-blocking offensive line that really thrives when they're on the move out in space. You have a good young blocking tight end, theoretically, and Fields is one of the best running quarterbacks in the league. So you're not going to run this drop-back, wide-open offense with Justin Fields and Josh Reynolds as your number 2 receiver. So there's going to be weeks that is cool and it works, and they just bully teams like maybe the Saints and the Browns and the Dolphins in the right week up front, and they're going to be a pain in the ass to play, and they're going to play physical. There's also going to be weeks that just can't keep up with better teams because they can't throw to win consistently enough, and there's going to be times that's frustrating, and that was the case in 2009. The 2009 team was 3-0, then 4-5, then 7-6. They were very up and down, and were kind of lucky to even get into the playoffs. And if the Jets are going to be their ceiling this year, which I think is 9-8 and fighting for a wild card spot, it's on the back of the league's most dynamic rushing attack, basically, and a defense that hovers around top 10, competent special teams. That's their formula. Justin Fields isn't throwing for 4,700 yards, right? They're just not built that way, and they shouldn't be built that way. That's not playing to his strengths. It's not playing to the receiver's strengths. This is an offense that should have Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, and Isaiah Davis out there and involved as much as possible versus trying to force targets to Arian Smith and Corley and Tyler Johnson. Play to your best players, and I think their 3 running backs are right up there with Garrett Wilson as their top playmakers right now.
I want to get back to the receiver conversation. I mean, we know it's Garrett Wilson. It feels like it's Josh Reynolds. Do you have any hope for Malachi Corley making this team and still being a player? Your thoughts on Arian Smith? We know Glenn was being a little spicy with the media the other day, sarcastically talking about Arian Smith's drop problems. And look, for what we've heard, he's at a solid camp, which is a good sign. But just your thoughts on the lack of real weapons that we could count on as fans going into the season.
Yeah, I mean, look, at receiver, I think we know Wilson and Reynolds are going to be the starters. I think once you get beyond that, from my POV, for a veteran backup for Reynolds, just have Tyler Johnson be that guy over Lazard. He's a veteran. He has a little more juice. He's a little younger with more upside. You have Brandon Smith, who's been playing well. If you want to have a vertical backup to Arian Smith, who we know is going to make the roster and I think is going to play 10 snaps a game. Maybe he's a gunner. He'll run 5 to 10 deep routes a game, clear out space, draw a pass interference, maybe catch a screen here or there. I think it'll be a very limited targeted role as a rookie, but he's 100% going to make the team and have some kind of role. Corley, it's a coin flip. Even if he makes the team, I don't really know how much he plays. Could he make the team and just be inactive every week? He's not going to be the kick returner. He's not going to be the punt returner. He's not going to be a gunner. He's not going to play above Wilson, Reynolds, Arian Smith, Lazard, or Tyler Johnson as it stands right now. So I guess theoretically you could have a small package of plays for him, but the reality is the plays that you design for him you'd probably rather design for Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, or Isaiah Davis. So maybe he has a great preseason and that sort of changes the equation and they find a way to keep him as like the 6th receiver instead of Gibson because there's more upside there, although I don't know who returns punts in that scenario. But I'd say I wouldn't be like buying his stock right now overall.
The other big thing that we talked about all offseason now into camp on the defensive side of the ball is who's going to line up and play next to Quinnen Williams. If you look at just the depth chart right now, Byron Cowart is listed there as the starter next to Q. That kind of checks out from what we have seen so far this summer. How concerning is the depth, though, on the D-line, especially when you talked about Clemens earlier? Until Jermaine Johnson's cleared and looks like Jermaine Johnson, there's a role on this team once again for Michael Clemens.
It's concerning. There's no reason to act like it's not concerning on paper. Now, they can do work after preseason cuts and with waiver wires, but the reality is you're counting on a guy in Cowart who was not really good last year and is more of a backup than a starter. It's the same deal with Nandi a couple of years ago. He was pretty productive. At this stage, he's like a rotational backup. Telefe, same deal, like okay, rotational backup. It's been a quiet summer for Leonard Taylor, which is a little bit of a bummer. I was hoping he would, maybe that changes in the preseason. He has the most upside, I would say, of any of the guys I just mentioned. You know, at edge, until Jermaine's healthy, Clemens is going to play more than any of us want to see. It does sound like Watson Weaver have had a couple moments this summer, but Clemens is going to play ahead of them until we see otherwise. And that's going to put a lot on Will McDonald until Jermaine Johnson's healthy. I know the Jets have really focused on being young, although they did make a targeted veteran signing, which is smart with Nick Folk. I just feel a lot better if they had a guy like Jadeveon Clowney or Zadarius Smith or Matthew Judon playing 15 snaps a game to rotate in until Jermaine's 100%. Otherwise, you know, Clemens going to play like 25, 30 snaps probably week 1, which maybe he is better under this coaching staff, but there also is just a ceiling to what he can be, and smart offenses and smart quarterbacks are going to expose it. There's a lot of tape on how to go after him from last year. So it's still troubling. I hope they make some tweaks to this group before week 1. I think it's much more likely they make tweaks in the defensive front 7 than anywhere else. So let's see.
We're talking with Joe Caporoso from Badlands. If you have a question for Joe, write it in. I also want to share with those of you tuning in that we will be announcing the winners of the AsmanJake Raffle coming up in just a bit. Reminder, we're giving away a Joe Namath signed jersey, a Nick Mangold signed jersey, and a DeBrickashaw Ferguson signed football. And then how about this? Let's start the new week off with a bang Garrett Wilson jersey. Number 5, G5. We give that away at the end of the stream. So if you want in for that, do what J-Boy already did by gifting 5 channel memberships. He's in the Garrett Wilson jersey for 5, that raffle at the end of the stream. Couple minutes left here with Joe. Joe, as far as the rookie class, we know members going to start. We talked about Mason Taylor, but how many starters, big picture, do you feel like maybe the Jets could get from this class? Because it does feel like there were a lot of positive reports about Malachi Moore before his unfortunate injury. We know Glenn really likes Arian Smith, given his comments the other day. Is there another player that we're maybe forgetting here? Just give us your assessment on the rookie class and realistically what the Jets need to get from this class to actually be a lot better than most expect.
I mean, at some point, Moore will start this year. It might not be week 1. Maybe it's after the bye week. Maybe it's after London. Moore will start at some point this year, and I think be a starter by next year at the absolute latest. You know, Thomas, I think, is going to be talented enough to play. It just seems like Stevens has had a good summer, and they paid him a lot of money. So Stevens, Sauce, and Michael Carter are going to start. Doesn't mean that Thomas won't get some burn in certain situations. I think he starts at some point, not this year, but down the road, he's talented enough to do that. I don't have much expectations beyond that. I think Arian Smith's ceiling is like a Dedrick Ward type player, like a very specialized deep threat. I don't think he's ever going to be 80 catches, 900 yards. And that's okay. Like, he doesn't need to be. He was a day 3 pick. Can he have 30 catches for 470 yards and 3 touchdowns as a deep threat going forward? Not this year, but over the course of a couple of years. I have very limited expectations for the 2 Miami guys. I think they'll make the team. They're not going to cut rookies. I just don't know if they're going to be active components. You'd like to see a guy like Barron with this depth chart be able to make noise. It's been quiet so far. Maybe that changes in the preseason and he has a role. You know, Kiko's a backup inside linebacker. He's going to play special teams. I don't have a ton of expectations there, and that's not abnormal. Most teams don't get a ton out of their 5th round picks overall. So if if we're going into next year and we're like, Membu's a good starter, Mason Taylor is a good starter, Malachi Moore is a good starter, and there's clearly defined roles for Arian Smith and Thomas, that's pretty damn good. And you'd take that. The UDFAs, I think Peyton Page probably has a chance to stick just because of the depth chart. Pritchard is definitely in the mix to be punt returner. That'd be interesting if he could grab it. I don't think a guy like Donovan Edwards is going to make the active roster, and that's probably the extent of the action you see from the UDFA class this year.
Big picture question for you, Joe. Aaron Glenn's influence so far. You were very pro in the Jets hiring him, and they, of course, made that move. But give us your feel. I know we're just 2 weeks into camp here, but it's a big week coming up. First preseason game, then we got joint scrimmages the following week against the Giants. That's going to be a lot of fun and provide a lot of buzz. Overall, though, from what you've seen from AG so far, it seems like he's handled the media really well. It seems like he's really started to get some of the fans to buy back in. And he, of course, is a Jet. So how would you assess Aaron Glenn and his influence on the organization so far?
I mean, it's been fun and positive so far. It's early. He's in the honeymoon phase, as he should be. He's earned that. He's going to have a little more rope with most Jet fans than any other coaching candidate would, because he's one of the few people in the world of football that genuinely appreciates and wants to be a Jet and be a part of this organization. I think Rex had that going for him. Aaron Glenn played here. He was on a very bad team that became a very good team. He was mentored by Bill Parcells. He's worked in all elements of football. And you could tell he's a genuine, authentic guy that is bringing a different kind of energy. Now, that's all well and good. If they lose 27-0 to Pittsburgh and 41-0 to Buffalo, he's going to get booed out of the building in the next home game, like anyone would. I think Jet fans get the overall situation here. I think there's going to be some ups and downs for any rookie head coach, but can this team be competitive? Can they punch a little above their weight? I think like most Jet fans, like everything I'm hearing and seeing so far, the emphasis on cutting back the penalties, the emphasis on discipline and tempo, particularly tempo on offense. I think they have an identity they want to play towards, and that identity is not winning Super Bowl this year, but they'll have an identity, and maybe that allows them to be more competitive than they've been in recent years. So I'm excited. He's a very easy guy to root for. It's very hard to be a Jet fan and not really want to see this guy succeed and get fired up when you see him out there and hear him talking about how much this all means to him. I want to see it in action. I'm excited about Tanner Engstrand. I think that was a very good hire. I think if he could be a good offensive coordinator over this next couple of years, that's going to make Aaron Glenn's life a lot easier. We know what we're going to get with Wilkes. There'll be a sound, well-coached defense, certainly better than they were under Jeff Ulbrich last year. The rest of it still needs to be proven.
I think that's very well said. The one thing I'll add, too, with Glenn that has impressed me, when he's talking about Will McDonald and Connor Hughes is asking him about McDonald having this power move to his pass rush arsenal, and Glenn's like, it's coaching. That, to me, was such a fundamental flaw of the previous regime, where it felt like they took players, and if you were good at what you were already good at, hey, you keep doing that, we're going to make it very simple for you. Like, no one really got that much better. We didn't really see that much improvement, especially on the offensive side of the ball, where it feels like this coaching staff actually wants to coach and, like, take guys who are maybe not great at everything and, like, say, hey, we're going to work on this and we're going to get you better at it. And I think the McDonald example is, like, spot on. And that could be such a huge thing for this team going forward. If they actually can do this thing called coach and make guys better. And, Glenn has that line, 3rd-round picks, we want them to play like 1st-rounders, and UDFAs, we want them to play like 5th-rounders. Like, if they actually could do that and actions speak louder than words, that changes everything for a team that has had talent but just has not been able to put it all together and really take that next step.
Yeah, I mean, look, can a guy like McDonald, we put on the weight, can he be a 14, 15 sack guy this year? Can he take the next step and not plateau or take a step back? Can Quincy have a bounce back year after a disappointing year? If those two guys take a big leap forward, this will be a top 10 defense. And can they maximize Stevens and limit some of his liabilities? And can Cisco have a little bit of a bounce back year, especially on defense, the pieces there? Now, offensively, that's where more of the challenge is. Can you get a lot out of Mason Taylor as a rookie? Can Simpson not regress back to the player he was a few years ago? Does Tippmann being pushed in the summer make him better, not make him worse? I like their mentality. I've also been, honestly, a little taken aback, not in a bad way, at how direct everyone has been in criticizing the previous regime. I don't think anyone's been subtle about it, which, okay, that's fine. I'm surprised to hear it as much as we have. I think, I know, many people have been around the team know this was certainly not the best coach team last year. It was a bad situation and got really bad towards the end. So I'm not surprised that people are articulating it, but they are being very direct about how messy it was last year and how poorly coached this organization was.
It really is surprising, right? Like, not that we didn't know this, but like even guys like AVT, who's like never says anything, he's outspoken on it. And it just, it just really speaks volumes to just how poorly coached they've been. And that's the thing I really like about Glenn, like the country club attitude that felt like was hovering over the organization. That stuff is gone. But I do think, Joe, and we'll end with this, I think getting off to a decent start is so important for this new regime. Like, I think the players are clearly bought in, and that's great to see. But they're not going to stay bought in if they go out there and they start 0-5, right? They get up to this terrible – they lose to Aaron Rodgers week 1, and then Josh Allen pants them in week 2, and you're 0-2, and you lose your first 2 games at home. Like, I think just having that signature win early, like Rex beat Belichick and Brady in his second ever game. They got off to a 3-0 start in 09. I think – something early that could reaffirm that what Glenn is doing is working, I think is so important. And I bring up the Parcells example with this because everyone wants to compare the two. Parcells' first ever game, you know this, you were a fan then. They're underdogs against Seattle. They go out west and they destroy them like 41-3. And every player's thinking this guy is walking on water now because we were the worst team in the league last year. Now look what we're doing. So I'm not saying they got to start 5-0, but I think getting off to a decent start will go a long way towards getting these players to stay bought in and getting the fans to really rally around this new regime.
Yeah, I mean, look, they have a great chance. They get to play home against Aaron Rodgers week 1, right? I mean, what would be a better way to kick off this regime by going to beat a team that, look, do I think Pittsburgh's a legitimate Super Bowl contender? No, I think they'll be a 9-8 team like they always are, but Pittsburgh is articulating they think they're going to win a Super Bowl this year. They're obviously all in. They played, they went and got Rodgers, and Pittsburgh will rightly be favorites in that game. Mike Tomlin is a veteran head coach who's won a Super Bowl. It's Aaron Glenn's first game. No one is going to pick the Jets to win that week. Everyone's going to say Rodgers will come back, will get a nice win over them, but that place will be rocking. And I don't care if the Jets win 6-3. That will be a huge win for confidence building if they can do that. And that's a much more winnable game than Buffalo at home, even though they played well against Buffalo. Get us to London. I'm sure you're going. I'm going. I don't want to fly to London if they're 0-5, 0-6. I will. I'm going no matter what. But let's be 2-3. Let's be 3-3. I forget if it's week 6 or week 7, but get a couple early wins. Tampa, you get where Wirfs could be banged up, Godwin's banged up. Miami, those games should be competitive and winnable. You should not be getting swept by Miami. Even Dallas, is Dallas that good? You get them at home. Schottenheimer's their head coach. I don't expect them to be 5-0, but can you be 3-3? Can you be 5-5? Can you stay above water where you go into December and say, all right, we have a path to be in the discussion for the 7th seed. There's 7 teams who make the playoffs now. If you ask me today, the Jets are a 7 or 8 win team. Now, could they mildly exceed that or mildly, do worse than that? Of course, it's going to depend on Fields and Engstrom and health and luck. There should be a team in there that is not doing what they did against Arizona last year, where they're just the game's over in 1 second. You're like, why did they even fly here? Clearly they're not here to compete today. There shouldn't be any of that this year.
Joe, before you get out of here, tell us about the event that's coming up, Badlands, New York City. It's at a great location. I've done events there for the radio show in the past at Stout in NYC. I'm excited to be there again. Tell everyone about the Badlands event at Stout in New York City.
There it is. Look at that logo. August 23rd, Stout Grand Central, 4 to 7 p.m. Live show, season preview show, week 1 preview show, Jets Jeopardy, giveaways, including Jets Bucks, sweet tickets with hotels included, jerseys, free Budweiser getting handed out. Everyone who was hanging at the first one back at this one, our whole team will be there. Some other members of the wider Jets media landscape will be there. It should be a ton of fun. We have an open bar option. We have a cash bar option. Just a fun few hours to hang out on the 23rd, 4 to 7, badlandstoj.com. Get your tickets. It's already getting quite crowded as I keep refreshing it and now have anxiety about too many people being there versus not enough people being there. But glad to have you in the mix again. It's going to be fun. And it's not often we get our whole team under one roof because we have people all over the place. We got Jake flying in from California. We'll obviously have me, Will, Paul, Dan, Meigs. Everyone will be there. Dalbin, the whole gang. So come hang out. Looking forward to seeing everyone. And it's the day after the last preseason game. So it's really day 1 of week 1. It's a great day for all Jet fans to be together.
Love it. Joe, always appreciate your time. I'll see you in a few weeks. And congrats again on baby number 3.
Thank you for having me.
Joe Caporoso, Badlands, Turn on the Jets, does an excellent job talking Jets. Him and Connor Rogers do a show every single week, and I think it's an outstanding listen if you're a Jet fan. Plus, Will Parkinson's part of Badlands, Paul Kogallen. They got a great team over there, so Jet fans, I certainly recommend it. Tommy with a regular comment here, but we'll address it. Are you going to be filling in for Michael K this afternoon on radio? Oh, yes, I am. Today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'm in for the K-Ster from 1 to 3. I'm going to annihilate the New York Yankees in the opening monologue. Plus, World Series champion Jeff Nelson is among my guests today to talk Yankees. So if you're a Yankee fan, I am going to, if you think my Jet rants are crazy, get ready for today at 1 o'clock. That's all I'm going to say. I was on yesterday from 8 to noon after the Jazz Chisholm debacle on Saturday, and I have a lot to say about that. So I am fired up. I'll be on from 1 to 3 today and tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday on the radio. All right, let's once again let people know that we have the Asmaniac raffle coming up in moments. But we're also going to give away a Garrett Wilson jersey at the end of the stream. So let me get caught up on some memberships and super chats. Then we're going to do the raffle. Before we do any of that, though, reminder, we're presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. If you're placing any bet, do it with FanDuel. FanDuel is now my official sportsbook. They are a new sponsor of the show. They'll be with us through the end of the NFL season, baby. So FanDuel, they are my go-to sportsbook for any bet I'm going to place. FanDuel should be your go-to sportsbook as well. Shout out to FanDuel for being a part of our show. All right, here we go. JR3 in the raffle for 5. He gifted 5 memberships. Bobby Midnight spending that Social Security money. He's dropping a 5 spot of channel memberships as well. Thank you, Bobby. You're in the raffle for 5. PBM in the house. He sends a $20 super chat and says, this is for the good news on my knee. Pick someone to put entries in for. Spreading good vibes. I love you all. LFG. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Chef Kevin in for 5 with this because Chef Kevin was a phenomenal host at the Cloverleaf Tavern on Saturday. Again, thank you to every Asmaniac who made the trip. Chef Kevin, you are in for 5, courtesy of PBM. How about this from New Q? He says, this is for good news on PBM's knee. Put in entries for PBM. PBM, you have entries anyway. New Q, I'm putting you in for 5 too, and we'll put Mike in for 5 as well. We're in a generous mood today. The vibes are high, trying to be positive about the Jets. Why not? Daniel Malcolm, I'm sure he tried to put some sort of super chat with this, but instead, there's nothing that came up. So write in what you meant to say, Daniel, and we'll bring it up on the screen. Raffle's coming up for the weekly prizes, so stay tuned for that. Shout out to Fiore. This is our guy, Paul, down in Texas. Paul, God bless you for having to watch the Yankees in person later. Hopefully Max Fried pitches a gem for you. Fiore says 2 things could be true. AG will be a good head coach, and Fields is only a bridge quarterback. This whole season should be spent determining his ceiling. If he can't be a top 15 QB, you have to move on. Do you agree? Yeah, if we leave this year with questions on if Fields could be the guy, you got to draft a quarterback. And when you say move on, the one pushback I'd say, Paul, I think Fields could be here next year. He could be the bridge. I don't know if I want to throw a rookie out there right away. Like, what if the Jets win 9 games with Fields, but it's a lot of one-score games, and the defense is awesome, and Nick Folk hits every kick, like how Zerline basically helped the Jets win 7 games a few years ago with the defense. Like, if Fields is a better version of that offensively, and then the kicking is restored, the defense is good, Glenn's good situationally, then win 10 games. If you're not sold on Fields, I don't think you dump him. You bring him back, and you still probably draft a quarterback in round 1. Maybe you move up for someone. Maybe you let the board come to you. But we got to come away from this year knowing whether or not Fields is going to be the guy. The worst thing would be if we're not sure. If we're like in between. Anthony Logerato is in for 5. Let's go, Anthony. If you got a membership from Anthony, make sure you thank him, giving away a Garrett Wilson jersey at the end of the stream. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get set for the Asmaniac raffle. Once again, we are giving away a signed DeBrickashaw Ferguson football, a signed Nick Mangold Ring of Honor inscription jersey, and a signed Broadway Joe Namath jersey. That's what we're playing for. You all have entered the raffle throughout the week. Somebody is going to win those prizes. Thunderlips, Super Chat, he cuts the line. All these good vibes. Let's keep it going. Put these entries for Thunderlips. Thanks. Love it. Thunderlips, I got you down. All right, here's what we're going to do. I need about a minute or so to get the names and the Wheel of Champions up on the screen, and then we'll spin the wheel for the weekly prizes. But instead of just a minute, how about you guys take a listen, take a look at what went down on Saturday as the Asmaniacs took over the Jets green and white scrimmage. Enjoy.
The one, the only, Charles! haven't met you, Mr. Gorman.
Gabagool slider here, inspired by Beastbreaker. Here we go. Chef Kevin, Cloverleaf Tavern. Let's find out how it is. So much Gabagool, as good as anything I've ever had. Tremendous, tremendous. Blue 18, longest cadence ever. Garrett Wilson catch. We love you, Beast.
Charles Gorman annihilating the chicken soup.
I knew it was going to be good. Yes. I'm honored that you were inspired by my mother's food.
Inspired, yeah. I can't say it's the actual recipe because I don't have it.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I was inspired by your mom.
Hopefully, if Big Sean is willing up to it, you give him the recipe.
Put you on the spot. It's a tough recipe to get, man. Yes. Yes, Charles.
Charles, you want to drink it? Oh, no. All right, don't drink it yet.
I love that everyone's watching. Down.
What do we think? Is it as good as Roseanne Gorman?
I just said no, but it's good.
What do you mean no?
It likes and others love and touch.
We'll give it some Gorman love and touch.
You don't want to see it.
I can't believe you saw something like this.
Oh, hey now, family program, Charles.
Not when I'm around. It's not.
Family show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Charles just devoured a bowl of soup in record time. Can we get a chug chant? Chug, 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 chug. Speech.
It is what it is. I'll live with it. I still want to once again thank Chef Kevin for tonight. For going for it, I want to thank Chef Kevin for making me one of his VIP guests tonight. I'm still at a loss for words. I don't even know what to say. Other than thank you.
I got you.
Why don't you go down? Get off my phone. You want to see my belly? Shut off the damn music first.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you all for being here, of course. And one more time, where's Chef Kevin at?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Chef Kevin. Happy birthday to you.
All right, one more time. We'll see it again. Yeah, Jake, shut up.
All right. Thank you. All of y'all here are Jet fans, I'm assuming, and it's important that we look out for one another through the goods, the bads. It's important that we just, at least have a good outlook on life. Sports are sports, but at the end of the day, it's about us moving forward as people, as a community, and looking out for one another. For you guys to come here, it shows a lot about Jake Asman and what he's been able to do. So it's important that we got to keep supporting Jake in his endeavors and what he's doing, because without him, none of this is possible, to be honest. So please clap it up for Jake.
The Asmaniac Jets party. It's Chef Kev's birthday at the Cloverleaf Tavern. Jake Asman is the host, Charles Gorman is the star. Jets fans are everywhere, Asmaniacs are the best. Let's go Jets!
Yes, y'all, and you don't stop. Chef Kev with the track, Chef Kev hit the spot. As maniacs, get your hands up in the air and wave them all around like you just don't care. Do the Charles G and do it right and let me see y'all rock. This is Maniac Night. Now everybody just scream. The Jets have arrived, the Jets have arrived, and all you other football teams better step aside. The Jets have arrived, the Jets have arrived, all you other football teams better step aside. Because we came to represent our New York pride. All you other football teams better step aside. The Asmaniac Jets party. It's Chef Kev's birthday at the Cloverleaf Tavern. Jake Asman is the host, Charles Gorman is the star. Jets fans are everywhere, it's maniacs are the best. Let's go Jets! Yes, y'all, and you don't quit. Get it on to the rhythm, cause the party is lit. As maniacs, we all came to have fun. And we're here to represent our team,
The New York
York Jets.
What a day it was. Again, thanks to everyone who made it. I'm rocking my Cloverleaf Tavern gear now for Chef Kev. Thanks again to everyone at the Cloverleaf Tavern, the wait staff, the owners, Kevin, everyone who made it so special for our great listeners. Our next big event is the Asmaniac Watch Party for the Jets and the Giants. It's a ticketed event. It's only $18, and you get a free beer, a free shot, and a raffle ticket. The raffle prizes include a Brees Hall framed signed jersey, 2 tickets to the Jets-Panthers game in our section, the Asmaniac section, section 129, Wayne Corbett signed jersey, and an AG signed jersey. So please, please, please buy your tickets. It will go a long way towards us having a great, great event at T-Squared Social in just a few weeks. So that's the next big Asmaniac event. Right now, it's time for the next Asmaniac Weekly Raffle. Who's ready to spin the wheel of champions?
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac Raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Oh, baby, here we go. We have 644 entries in this weekly raffle. The top prize is a Joe Namath jersey signed by Broadway Joe himself. Ladies and gentlemen, let's spin the wheel. 3 prizes. If you don't win, we're doing a Garrett Wilson jersey giveaway at the end of the stream. So gift in for that, and I'll even share some of the top prizes in next week's Asmaniac Weekly Raffle. So this is Raffle 34. We've done 34 raffles since December 1st. We've given out so many prizes to all the Asmaniacs who support the channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the wheel's being spun. The winner of the Joe Namath jersey is David Atkins. Congratulations to David. He has been a longtime supporter of the program, and he's a long-suffering Jet fan, so I'm sure he'll have great appreciation for winning a Broadway Joe jersey. Remember, you can only win once per weekly raffle, so we're going to remove David's entries, and there's still 633 entries in our weekly raffle. Prize number 2 is none other than a Nick Mangold signed jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Mangold jersey is Black Gypsy. How about Black Gypsy? Well deserved. Black Gypsy, you're a winner, baby. He won a signed Sauce Gardner jersey a week ago, and now he's got Mangold signed jerseys. Oh, my goodness. Black Gypsy's man cave. It's going to look pristine. Ladies and gentlemen, one more prize to give away in our weekly raffle. We're giving away a signed football by Jets legend, DeBrickashaw Ferguson. Ladies and gentlemen, our final weekly winner is Mimosa. How about Mimosa winning a prize? That's awesome. Well deserved for the great Mimosa. Okay, to recap, Namath jersey, David Atkins, Mangold jersey, Black Gypsy, DeBrickashaw Ferguson football to Mimosa. Those are our 3 weekly winners. Again, thank you all who support these raffles. We give away so many prizes every week. Every show we're giving away something these days, and that's a testament to the 42,000 Asmaniacs who subscribe to this channel. Speaking of which, my goal is to get to 50K at some point this season. It'd help if the Jets didn't suck. That will be the most the most likely way to do it. So please hit the subscribe button. And real quick, we have a new merch item in the merch store I want to share with the Asmaniacs. Inspired by Charles Gorman's fanny pack, you now can purchase an Asmaniac fanny pack in the JakeAsman.com merch store. So shout out to Gorman. And yes, I already ordered one for you, Charles. It will be on the way. So an Asmaniac inspired fanny pack is now available in my store at jakeasman.com. You'll see it there under the accessories tab. So check it out. And if you're a Patreon member, buy some merch and use that Patreon code you get for a discount. All right. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Gift away for a chance to win a Garrett Wilson jersey. Mad10 wants to know, how do you get in the raffles? You either gift the channel membership or send in a $10 super chat or higher. One membership gifted is one raffle ticket. The minimum threshold to enter the raffle via super chat is $10 for two. And the reason for that is the channel benefits, the community benefits when you gift the membership over entering via the super chat. Now, some people are watching from their phones, and the iPhone doesn't let you gift membership. So as a way to still allow people to enter these raffles, we allow super chats to qualify as well. So hopefully that makes sense to those of you who are curious. All right, let's get back to some of your calls. And by get back to, I mean, let's actually get to a couple of your calls. Ladies and gentlemen, load up your thoughts. Load up your Gusbuster Umbrella hotline with your takes, and we will bring you on, and we will go from there. Boomtown writes in, Jake, any word when your Jake Asman dental floss will be restocked? Asking for a friend. It's in the works, Mr. Boomtown. It is in the works. Let's see. All right. I know what you guys need right now. You guys need a little Big Cho to start your day. First up on the Gusbuster hotline. Here we go. Cater says, I think Big Cho might need an intro.
Big Cho. Yeah, it's nice. I like my recliner. No, I just called to check in. Big Cho. I don't like all those wrinkles on my head. I don't have that many wrinkles. We're talking about Big Cho. My implants are coming in 3 months.
The Kardashian ones?
I put the jet gear on for you. Been running some errands earlier. Came home just chilling. Jake.
Big Cho.
What up, Jake?
What's up, Big Cho?
Nothing, just chilling, man. I didn't sleep that well last night, so I've been up early, shower, ran errands by 8 o'clock.
Chilling?
Now I'm back chilling. Did the laundry. How are you?
I'm chilling.
Are you? I heard you're going to be on the radio this week.
That's right.
I'll try to listen if I remember.
1 to 3 every day this week, Big Cho, till Thursday.
Okay. You taking calls?
Oh, I'm taking calls, all right.
All right, well, I won't have much to say if you talk about the Yankees.
What if I talk about the Jets?
Yeah.
Ryan writes in, whoa, Big Cho's sitting up. Is he out of his recliner?
No, I'm sitting in it. I'm just sitting up. Does he want me to lean back?
Yeah, lean back. Give us the full Big Cho experience. There it is.
That better?
Oh, you look great.
Appreciate it. Got some jet gear on for you.
Hell yeah.
Got the shorts on.
Oh, yeah.
Got the shoes.
Big Cho.
Talk about Big Cho.
Hey, when's the next Cho and Chill happening?
Shania's coming over today at 3:30. We're going to work on our next show.
All right.
Hopefully drop it by Friday.
Hey, do you have water damage on your ceiling? Derek the cop wants to know.
No, I don't think so. It's just that weird stuff they used to put back in the day.
I see.
I'm not a big fan of it, but it's not water damage. It's just that material.
Right.
So I don't ask questions. We had a big elite camp yesterday. We had 85 people.
Dylan's referring to it as popcorn ceiling. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I've heard that before.
What was the most exciting thing you did this weekend, Big Cho? I mean, tell an audience of thousands of people that will see this what you did.
Probably working the camp yesterday.
Nice.
We had camp from 9 to 12:30. Got to interact with 75, 85 players. It was good to see them there. Everybody was pumped up.
B
So
says,
cool.
get some spackle and some tools and try and repair that. Do it slow.
Nah, man, I live in an apartment. I can't mess with that stuff.
JD says, Joe, can anyone at your camp return punts?
It's the basketball camp.
Can they return punts?
I have no idea. I didn't ask them.
I see.
Should I have?
Ralphie says, consider cutting Shania out and calling it the Big Cho Show.
Yeah, you guys are tripping, man.
Cincy Matt writes in, Beast, can you come fix my toilet? I heard you got the crack for plumbing.
Nice.
Have you ever seen Beastbreaker's crack?
No, something I don't want to envision.
You sure?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, it slipped.
I wasn't even looking.
We'll take a good look.
I can't really see it. It's just blurry. Oh, I see it now. I see it. Thanks. That made my day. Appreciate you helping me out, Jake.
You got it, Big Cho. Well, you have a hell of a day, all right?
Yeah, it seems like you got a hell of a day coming up.
That I do, Big Cho. That I do.
All right, well, I may try to call you this afternoon.
You got it. Bring some hot takes, okay?
All right, big fella.
Now that is a hot take. Damn.
Thank you, Big Cho. Thank you to Ricky NY. Jack says no practice today. There is practice today. The Jets are on the practice field, though, at 12:30. So there's no practice this morning. Or Glenn speaks at 12:30, practice 12:45. So Glenn's talking before practice for the first time, not after. Solid would speak before practice. Glenn's done after. I look at it like this. We're getting closer to the start of the season, which is exciting. It's a big week for the Jets. First preseason game at the end of the week against the Packers on Saturday. And just a heads up, if you're new to the show, I do a post-game show after every single Jets game, preseason included. This is the one time that I will not be able to go live immediately after the game. I have a wedding Saturday night, so I will do the post-game show the next day on Sunday. So be ready for that. But there's practice. It's just later today. Jets had the day off yesterday, so I'm sure Glenn wanted to push it back for more recovery time for his players. They'll be on the practice field throughout this week until Friday. Then they jet off to Green Bay. They'll play the preseason game Saturday, player off day Sunday, back on the practice field Monday. And next week is a huge week. Joint practices with the Giants back-to-back days. Tuesday at the Jet facility, Wednesday at the Giant facility, leading up to their preseason game. So get ready. All right, let's get to more of your calls right now. And let me say this too. In addition to the Garrett Wilson jersey, we're giving away. That's not what we're giving away. That's Beast Butthole. Apologies to that one, folks. In addition to this Garrett Wilson jersey that we're giving away, who's ready to hear the prizes for Raffle 35 in our weekly raffle series? Ready? Top prize, an Aaron Glenn signed jersey. Prize number 2, a signed Sauce Gardner jersey. Prize number 3, a signed Jermaine Johnson jersey. That's right. Current Jets is your theme. Jermaine, Sauce, AG, 3 signed jerseys. We raffle them away 1 week from today. Raffle 35. Gift away to enter for any of those 3 prizes. All right, here we go to your calls. And I need some more callers on the line right now because my options are limited. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is always able to bring it. The great Kyle Clifton.
I don't know what Joe so skittish about. I think a lot of people have probably seen Beastbreaker's crack. I mean, when you go away to school, there's usually communal showers, and at Hogwarts, I'm sure it was the same.
I've heard that as well, so that does make a lot of sense.
Yeah. I was looking at this depth chart, and I don't know if you covered this with Caporoso. I kind of joined a little bit late. I'm away for the weekend, but Derek Nandi is the third string one tech. That's not good for him, right?
I don't know if he's making this team.
Yeah. Like there might not be much gas left in the tank there, which just brings me back to the whole thing about this being the deepest DT class ever, and we just kind of glossed over it. We didn't attack the need for. I feel like one of the bigger problems we've had on this team over the last few years is we weren't able to get anyone to pair with Quinnen to free him up to be the beast that we know he can be. And I'm a little frustrated with that aspect of Glenn Muji, to be honest with you. It's frustrating. Some of the other stuff, I think that might be a lot more nominal, like, the whole idea of Mason Taylor being the number 2 tight end, it's ridiculous, right? Like that doesn't seem like it's reality, right?
No, Mason Taylor, I can tell you, is the starting tight end. I think they're making him quote unquote earn it, right? But they're not going to play games with Membu. They listed him already as the starting right tackle. So I think it's just, there's a method behind some of the ways these guys are listed on the depth chart.
And then the last thing I kind of took away from it is that they've been sufficiently impressed with Arian Smith, which if I was wrong about, I never hated the player. I hated where he was taken, right?
It felt like a reach.
Yeah, well, I just feel like that you can get more of a sure thing in the top 120 than a guy who's got a lot of upside, but had evidence drops. It's like you have to disregard position and just say, okay, who's falling through the cracks here in the first 110 picks, and even if they're not going to play for us this year, we know that he has a chance to plug in a guard next year, or he has a chance to be our starting zero tech in year 2. Like that's the kind of stuff that I'm hoping that this regime can bring, like a little bit of foresight. We need to be able to hit the ground running and be ready to win in year 2 of this program. And I feel like that they did a pretty good job in the first 2 or 3 rounds, and then I feel like in the middle rounds they kind of got off script a little bit. A lot of us were like Malagoa. We were scratching our heads with some of these mid-round picks.
Yeah, all fair. Malachi Moore sounds like he was on his way to maybe being a starter, though, as a 4th-round guy. So that's encouraging.
Yeah, and they moved to get him. So if they recognize that's great. To me, in the first year of your program, I kind of feel like you go back if you can and get a couple more bites at the apple, especially considering, when Parcells came in, the first thing he did was rebuild special teams, right? And that's something that, with Irv being hurt and, a lot of turnover in the special teams units, that's something that I would have thought that they would have prioritized, just getting more bites of the apple and taking down value where they saw it.
I think that's fair. I think a big thing that we don't know is how these guys as a coaching staff are able to actually do this thing called coach up players and develop them, right? That was such an issue with the previous staff. I talked about that with Joe. So like Will McDonald, we've never seen him use a power move. Well, Glenn was like, no one ever asked him to do it, essentially. So like they clearly identified certain players with traits that they feel they then can harness the other aspects of their game. And I think that's a big difference between Glenn and Saleh as far as the philosophy. It's like if Robert Saleh drafted Arian Smith, there'd be no way he'd ever have a real role on this team because they would never be able to get him to do more than just, oh, he's a fast guy. Like, I think Glenn is able to say, hey, we see the traits that this guy could do more than just what he's done, and we're going to be able to coach him up and do it. And look, we'll see if they actually can pull that off, but I do think there's a noticeable difference in, like, their strategy to develop players than what we've seen, so I'm encouraged by that so far.
Well, we saw that with Corley, right? They had absolutely no plan for that guy.
No plan.
They drafted a guy that showed a lot on tape that he could truck people from the slot or like in gadget type situations, and then the next thing you know, he's buried. Right. So like, I don't know how you draft that guy and don't come out with a package of gadget plays for him in year one. I don't understand how that doesn't and he doesn't hit the field. I don't get how that happens. I appreciate your time, Jake. Thanks.
Kyle, always a great call, my friend. Enjoy your vacation. Get going on there. Mauld says, I got a Quinnen autograph at camp last Saturday. How about that? Rasta Dread is in the Asmaniac raffle for one. Let's go, Rasta. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Reminder, get your tickets for our first watch party of the year, Jets Giants, $18. New York City, T-Squared Social, free beer, free shot, free raffle ticket. We got some great prizes that night. I just posted the link in the live chat for those of you to buy your ticket today. Shameless plug. This show's available as a podcast, audio form, Apple or Spotify. Check it out in case you miss anything live on YouTube. Big T Charlie with a $10 super chat. He joins the raffle for two. Glenn has me excited for this preseason and season. Football is back, baby. Jets, 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 Jets. Love that. Love the positive vibes. Let's be positive. My brother says, cop those tickets. I want to meet some more Asmaniacs. That's right. Malt says, watch Aaron Glenn's mic'd up. He actually holds players accountable unlike previous regimes. He also coaches the offensive side of the ball. But that mic'd up that the Jets put out was excellent. Very good listen. Makes you very excited about Glenn. Let's hope he's the guy. All right, more of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy on the line has been through the ringer, but he has survived. And some say he might be better than ever when it's all said and done. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
Purple Belt Mike, he loves the dark night. He's got a green pool and he jumps right in. Maybe someday he'll get a brown belt, but for now he's just that Purple Belt Mike. Purple Belt Mike, it might be purple, but he can still kick your dirty ass.
Can you guys see me? It's hard for me to see that far.
We see you, Mike.
All right, check this out. Look. Look at that. Putting not full weight, but a decent amount of weight on the leg, and I'm walking.
You're moving.
Doctor said everything is good. So I'm in really good spirits. I'm happy that I didn't re-injure myself, and everything is good here. So I'm just in really good spirits, much better than I was the other day. Everything looks good. So I'm just happy. Thanks for the community, and you guys are the best.
I'm glad you're doing well, Mike. Hang in there, all right?
Yeah, man. Let's go. Jets, 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 Jets.
Mike, if you want to come to T-Squared Social in 2 weeks, we'll make sure we give you your own like private booth for you to rest your leg and basically be the Pope and have people come sit with you.
It's so if my leg can be bent, then I'll go, but I don't think so. It all depends on, because I'm in a locked position right now, so that'd be tough on like the train and stuff. But I'll keep it open. Who knows what next week or the week after brings, so we'll see.
I love it. Well, hang in there, Mike. We're all obviously rallying around you.
I should be off crutches by next week.
Let's go.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, PBM. Hell yeah. Let's go, Mike. JT has gifted a channel membership. He's in the raffle for one. JT will be at our T-Squared event in less than 2 weeks. So he bought a ticket a couple days back. All right. Once again, for those tuning in late, we did announce the winners of our weekly prizes. Shout out to David Atkins, who won the Joe Namath jersey. Black Gypsy, who won the Nick Mangold jersey. And Mimosa, who won the DeBrickashaw Ferguson signed football. 3 great Asmaniacs coming away with 3 awesome prizes. Next week's raffle features a signed Jermaine Johnson jersey, a signed Sauce Gardner jersey, and a signed Aaron Glenn jersey. Oh, yeah. More of your calls right now. By the way, I'd be remiss if I didn't say happy birthday to Mr. Bonesy. He's going to be calling into the second show, I've been told. Bobby Midnight is on the line right now, and he wanted to sing happy birthday to Mr. Bonesy, but I feel like we maybe should wait for the second stream for that today. But I'll ask Bobby if that's what he wants to do.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course.
Yeah, of course I will call in the second show for you, Jake.
Well, you told me you wanted to sing happy birthday to the champ, but he's not available right now. He's in a meeting, he told me.
Oh, okay. With the shoes. I can't wait till you ran today. Yesterday was one of the best rants you ever had.
You heard the radio show yesterday, Bob. Thanks for calling in.
Oh, I know. I agree with you. I can't believe they got swept yesterday.
Embarrassing. Disgraceful.
I know. I don't know what we're doing. Get rid of Boone. Boone needs to go. Boone just needs to go. Get rid of him. Oh, God, I'm telling you.
Jay Quest wants to know how many ribs you had yesterday.
How many ribs? I don't eat ribs. I had hot dogs and hamburgers at my parents' house.
How many hot dogs did you slurp down?
I had 2 and 2 hamburgers without buns. No buns.
Nice.
No buns. Got to keep the carbohydrates out of my body. So my parents invited us over. I was going to have a show yesterday, but my parents invited us over for a barbecue. Yesterday, my father cooks very good on the grill. So we had a good time. And the Yankees, I can't wait to preseason this weekend.
Are you excited?
Jets and the Giants. Giants play in Thursday night at the Buffalo. And then the Jets play against Green Bay.
They do.
I can't believe it's almost here.
Do they call you Glizzy Bobby?
Oh, is that? I saw that it's a big hot dog, right? With beef in it.
Are you a Glizzy Gobbler?
I never had Glizzies before.
Pitmaster Bobby? These are all names for you, apparently.
Where is Glizzies at?
Bobby Chestnut?
Oh, no. I would not be able to eat all those hot dogs.
Are you growing out your hair like Addison apparently is?
No. On Wednesday, I got a haircut with my Desiree.
Desiree. Can you call into the show with Desiree?
I don't think so.
Jay Quest writes in, is Bobby jealous he missed the Gorman Chef Kevin meetup?
Well, it's hard to go because no, I'm not jealous. I think Charles is not shy. I tell you that much.
Oh, he's definitely not shy.
He showed his chest again. I couldn't believe. Oh, you want to see my chest? Oh my God!
You didn't enjoy his chest?
I thought. Remember what me and him did together on my show?
What'd you guys do?
God, and he did it at the.
I don't remember. What did you guys do?
You know, you have the video of it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kevin's birthday was on Saturday.
Chef Kevin's birthday was Friday, but we celebrated on Saturday. Hold on, Bobby. I'm having StreamYard issues. There you go.
Oh, I know. I have problems with that too. I should have sang to Chef Kevin. He's here, right?
Why don't you sing the Chef Kevin now, and you'll sing to Mr. Bonesy later?
Yeah, okay. Belated birthday. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Chef Kevin. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Chef Kevin. Happy birthday to you. And I'm sorry it's belated, but you're an awesome person. How's that?
Bobby, well done.
Bobby and Charles are squeezing their knockers. Bobby and Charles are squeezing their knockers, taking their shirts off. Taking their shirts off. Taking their shirts off. Taking their shirts off. Bobby and Charles are damn sexy. Damn sexy. Let's party. Let's party. Party. Let's Bobby and Charles are hot and sweaty. Hot and sweaty. Let's party. Let's party.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah. All right. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is a man who attended our latest AsmanJake meetup in Caldwell, New Jersey on Saturday. He goes by many names, but he's known in this community as the big fella. Yeah.
He's home, his bell is on the bed. That's what feels good. On the road, his bell is bellies on the bed. In a dirty hotel room. Cause the show bellies on the bed. He's just more comfortable. He got a beard, loves the jets, super jets. Well, the big fella sleeps alone. There's no room on his bed. Well, that's a big fella.
It was really good to see everybody out there on Saturday. Happy birthday, Chef Kev. Great to see you, Jake. It was great to meet Green Gang, Yo Holmes, Mike These Nuts for the first time. It was a really, really great time.
Great to meet your son for the first time too, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. He had a really good time, and he's not so little, is he?
He is just as big. Yes.
Yeah. But no, it was a really great time. If you're ever in New Jersey going to camp, everything, head over to Cloverleaf. It's a really great place. Chef Kev takes care of you. Really, really nice. The Gabagool sliders were amazing. Everything was great. Everything was really great. So, my jet point. There's one thing about the depth chart that bothers me, and it's why is Leonard Taylor behind Jay Tufeli on the depth chart? That I don't know how to take that, because I thought Leonard Taylor showed last year like he did pretty well. Now, I don't know if this is just them trying to motivate him or what, but I don't know. I think he's better than Tufeli. I think he's better than a couple of the guys. I think he's better than Nandi. I don't know. What do you think?
It's tough because I'm not there every day, but
yeah,
if he's ahead of Taylor, that tells me he might just be better right now. I don't know. I don't know what to really expect from Leonard Taylor. We didn't see a ton last year. I think he's got more upside than some realize. I know Dylan Terraman did a great breakdown on Leonard Taylor and thinks there's hope for him. It also could just be, they're pretty close, so Ty goes to the guy who's more experienced at this point. Like the preseason will tell us a lot in regards to this. That's why it's exciting to talk about a depth chart, but we're also talking about a depth chart that has Jeremy Ruckert as the starting tight end, and he's definitively not. So take it with a grain of salt. It's unofficial, and it's August 4th, and these preseason games for guys like Leonard Taylor and Tufeli and some of the other guys fighting for spots in that D-line, they're going to be judged much more on how the games go the next couple weeks than the first 2 weeks of camp.
That's true. And also, what do you think about this preseason game? Do you think like Olu and Membu are going to start this game or get any playing time? Or, are they just going to go backups like throughout the whole game?
The sense I get is that we don't see a lot of starters in this first one. Maybe the second against the Giants, we see more. Mm-hmm. I would like to see Armand Membu out there, though, for at least a little bit on Saturday. Let him get some experience, welcome to the NFL, get a couple live reps in a stadium environment. I think that'll be good for him. And Olu, too, I think should play a little bit, too, just because he's so raw as well. He didn't play a ton last year. Let him shake off the rust of the injury and actually be out there in a game environment. So I don't think we see a ton of guys play big fella, but I think we see a little more than we have in the past. That's my feeling.
Yeah, I want like I'm not going to go back on what I said. I wanted Tyler Warren, but I'm really excited to see Membu. I mean, from what I've heard about him and like how he's like this monster on the right side, I'm feeling confident about him there too. And with Mason Taylor, I mean, the way he's been performing, it kind of eases the pain not getting Tyler Warren. So
Tyler Warren, man.
Yeah,
we'll see what he turns out to be, and obviously. The fact that Warren wasn't even the first tight end off the board, I think is fascinating,
Yeah, that's crazy. I would never expected Loveland to go number one, but what are you going to do? But like I said.
What was your favorite part of the meetup on Saturday, big fella?
My favorite part is just seeing everybody again, and meeting new people there. I mean, Green Gang, he's a great dude. Yo Holmes.
Came from Baltimore, Green Gang. Shout out to Green Gang.
Yeah. No, he's great. And Yo Holmes is great. Mike These Nuts have never met before. He's awesome.
Great Yo Holmes story. He comes up to me and he says hello, and he's like, "I'm Yo Holmes." I'm like, "You're Yo Holmes?" Like that's my favorite part when people's like YouTube names. You actually meet them in real life, and they actually have like real names. It's kind of funny.
It's cool. And like I said, seeing everybody again, who I've met before. It's like seeing old friends. So it's really cool.
We got a great community. It's a testament to this fan base and people that have been watching the show for years, and new people get welcomed in right away. It's amazing.
Yeah, you've done a good job, man. You've done a really, really great job, and we're lucky to have you do these events. So
Yo Holmes in the house. What's up, yo? Hey, can someone get Yo Holmes a membership? How is Yo Holmes not a channel member? We got to work on that, people.
he's always in the chat. So that's all I got, man. I just wanted to say thank you for everything, and go Jets.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the big fella. He is the man, and it was great to see him on Saturday. Yeah.
Excuse me, my wallet.
Oh my. Gorman was the real star of this meetup. Let's be real. Black Gypsy, who won a signed Nick Mangold jersey, just gifted a membership. Oh, baby. Hey, Black Gypsy, check your email. I responded to you. We could work something out. I know you want a Fields jersey, so I sent you a couple options with that one. Yo, Holmes in the house says, Jake, great party. Hey, shout out to Chef Kevin for that, man. He made it so easy for me. All I had to do was just tell people where to go, and everything was handled by the amazing staff at Cloverleaf. And how about this shirt that the owner gave me too, right? This is, I mean, one, it's check colors, but you can wear this at the beach. You can wear this on Hawaiian Shirt Friday if you're Cole Thompson. Love it. Speaking of people who are at this meetup, ladies and gentlemen, South Ass is on the line. South and Auto Detailing. What's up, South Ass?
Yo, good, Jake. You can hear me?
What's up, man? We got you.
I'm out here cleaning the car, back to reality. No Jets beat ups or vacation anymore.
It was great to see you, South Ass. You and your was that your girlfriend or your wife? I forget, but she was wonderful too.
Yeah, we've been together almost 3 years, so wife soon, girlfriend for now, but
love it.
Yeah, she loved it, bro. She was like, that was so cool. Like, I've never been greeted by so many people like that I'm like, yeah, that's family now. So yeah, we're gonna lock into the Panthers. I just put the Jake Asman fucking sticker on the trailer, so we lit now.
Let's go.
Yeah, shout out Chef Kev. That cake was crazy. I don't know who made that, but that was like the most. There was like no sugar in it, but it was so good. I don't know what they did, but that was amazing. Sliders were.
It's awesome.
Everybody, big fella, my bad. I didn't get to meet you over in the corner. By the time I looked over there, everyone was leaving and shit. But yeah, man, just thankful for you and getting us all together. And yeah, bro, thankful we finally met, man.
South Ass, you're the man, my friend. Keep up the great work. PBM says, are there car magnets in the merch store? I don't actually think there are, Mike, but I could get you a magnet. We have giant size bumper stickers in the store. That we do have. The magnets are made through a separate company than the company that does my merch. Comments, questions, super chats, they will continue to cut the line around here. We got some more people that want in on the conversation. Let's say hello for the first time today to this guy.
Look at me.
Get the brand new Body Slam sandwich coming soon to a restaurant near you. This is the brand new Body Slam sandwich. 4 slices of pastrami, 4 slices of corned beef, 6 slices of hard salami, 4 slices of turkey. Get some and fresh gabagool, fresh American cheese right off the shelf. Fresh lettuce, ladies and gentlemen, chopped. We don't use that choppy old shit. No. And fresh American cheese. Mayo. We don't use Hellmann's. We use Miracle Whip. And if you really want mustard, get some Parchment's mustard. And make sure, don't overdo it. Nice and easy. Top it on there with whatever you want. French bread, Italian bread. But if you're using a French bread, use it wisely. And if you want it toasted, you can have it toasted. Either way, coming to a restaurant near you.
What else is on your mind, Beast?
Oh, new pizzas too. We're gonna be getting some new pizzas too. We're gonna be getting them square pizzas. We got some little ones coming. We got some nice big ones coming. Oh, we got more coming. And this year we're going to add something very brand new. We're gonna add the ultimate breakfast burrito. Now this ain't no ordinary burrito, folks. We're talking the good stuff. Hash brown, a little bit of egg, a little bit of cheddar cheese, carne asada, steaks, and also we're going to be using El Maegro big burrito shells and fresh salsa. So, or if you could have hot sauce, you could have a jardinera, you could have it however. but I will be making this menu coming soon to a restaurant near you.
Do you think you're a better chef than Chef Kevin?
I don't like to pry over spilt milk here. Let me just say this. He does, in the words of the great Doc Kevin O'Brien, as he once said, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I gotta do what I gotta do.
What exactly do you have to do, Beast? I thought you were retired.
Up here. Follow the mind. That's Bruce Lee quote. Follow your mind. Close your eyes.
What's inside your mind, Beast?
Open your mind. Think of the good things. We got Packers on Saturday that we're gonna do to this. Watch, for example. 1, 2, 3. You know which one that is, Jake. The one video where you and the one guy take Zach Wilson and throw him in the trash when you go 1, 2, 3. Garbage. And then what happens to the thing? Casey Jones comes out and goes, "Oops." That's what Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You've never seen that, did you?
Oh, I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
First one or second one?
I love all of them.
I still say part 2 was the best one, especially Kano. Kano was a good fighter, but I did like that one place, Roy's Pizza. I was like, damn, I would have loved to have gone to Roy's Pizza and went, can I please get a pepperoni pizza and also a fresh New York slice? No hot sauce. Just make sure a lot of oregano.
Hey, Mike wants to know, you still sleep with that rotting zucchini?
If you got problems, here's a telephone number contact. 1-800-GET-HELP. Do it right now. Yeah.
Now, Beast, this was sent to me by a listener who apparently has surveillance in your home. Can I play it for you?
No, thank you, please. No, sorry. Thank you for your time.
Okay. And he left. Wow. I don't even know what this is. It was just sent to me, Beast. We'll watch it all together and then evaluate.
To my beloved son, never forget that I love you forever. From the moment you came into my life, you brought a sense of joy and purpose that words can hardly capture. Watching you grow into the remarkable person you are today has been one of my greatest joys and privileges.
Okay. Mama Beast. Apparently. Interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuning in late, we are going to give away a Garrett Wilson jersey coming up here. Bit of a shorter show because I am in for Michael K on ESPN New York today from 1 to 3. I'm in for K today through Thursday. So each morning stream will start at roughly 9 a.m. So if you're wondering, why is the show early this week? Well, that's because I have radio. And I'm still trying to give you guys 2 shows a day. So we're grinding this week, needless to say. Black Gypsy says, LOL, Jake's retiring to Miami with that shirt. Hey, shout out to Cloverleaf and Chef Kevin. South End Auto Detailing says, let me talk totals with Beast. All right. Is there a typo here? Jess gifted a membership. She's in the raffle for one. Jess, I feel good about your chances of winning one of these days. You certainly do. What else we have here? Ladies and gentlemen, we have the great Papa Jet on the line. Hello, Papa.
Hey, Jake, how you doing?
What's up, Papa Jet?
Curly Shuffle again. You asked him about retirement. He goes into Mutant Ninja Turtles and Roy's Pizza. See how that works?
Yeah, and then I asked him about, Mama Beastbreaker, and he left right away.
That was sweet. That was awesome. I don't know why he's ashamed of that. Yeah,
we love the Beastbreaker family.
Yeah. Awesome shirt too, Jake. I like that.
Thank you.
Hey, I was really busy this weekend doing stuff with the wife, so the scrimmage wasn't good, huh?
It was sloppy. I mean, it was sloppy. There was a lot of penalties on every other play, it felt like. There was a lot of, just procedural issues, some drops. It was just the offense looked bad. They looked good when they ran the ball. Like when they ran the ball well, you saw what they're trying to do. Fields was explosive on some of the RPOs and the quarterback power. So you see the path for them to have a competent offense. It's just, can they generate enough from a passing standpoint? That's a huge question because outside of Garrett Wilson, you have Josh Reynolds, who's okay, and then not much else.
Yeah. Yeah, those penalties are big, though. You know, that's what we got to nip in the bud. That's what killed us last year, you know. But
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Hey, last week sometime I suggested in the chat that you know how we play the Kyle game, inside, outside?
Yep.
I suggested we should play the Mikey game. You hear him or see him or neither. But when I put that in the chat, he called in 5 minutes later and both his things were working. You could see him and you could hear him. So, but I thought that would have been an awesome game. But Jake, is there any tickets left for the Carolina one meetup?
There's a few left, Papa Jet. I got to check. There's a couple people have asked and said they're going to go and get them, and it might really be first come, first serve at this point because I think we're under like 5 left right now.
Okay, so maybe after this phone call, I'll go see because I need 4 of them. But worst comes to worst, I could get tickets somewhere else. I'd still meet up with you guys at the tailgate, right?
100%.
And that'll be separate as far as like you'll have something announced later, like the cost and everything on the tailgate.
Yes, tailgate will be a separate purchase. Nick Shine is running that one, so that'll be through him.
Okay, and then if there are tickets available, is it still account for the feet going down on the field or no?
Yes, it does. I believe. I got to check. I don't have it up in front of me, Papa. So if you email me, I can walk you through it when I get some time.
So obviously, if there ain't enough tickets, it's going to tell me when I go in there and try to order 4 of them then, right?
Yeah, it should.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens because, I wasn't going to come this year, but my work, I forgot that they gave me a couple of awards and I can get free hotel rooms. So that helps pay for a lot of it, you know, so.
Love it.
But okay, Jake, we'll talk to you later. Thanks.
Papa, appreciate you as always. Sharon says it looked like the refs were waving terrible towels. I mean, it was every other play at one point. It was ridiculous. The best thing Glenn did was when it was like 3rd and 15 after another penalty, he took the starting offense off the field, didn't even let him run the play. It was like enough. So you got to nip it in the bud. It's a teaching moment. It's teach tape. Black Gypsy says, if I'm Glenn, I'm going to say I'm going to run fields the whole game, 100 yards per game to scare or F with other teams' defensive prep. You could say that, but no team is going to think you're actually going to do that. Hey, J-Boy is in the Garrett Wilson jersey raffle for one, and he's in for another membership, so 2 more entries for J-Boy. Boom. What else we have here? Gift the membership for your chance to win. We are presented today by my friends at Circa. Contest weekend is just weeks away.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million. Pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Contest weekend features the opportunity to sign up for both of those contests. Hang out with me. There's a stadium swim open bar. There's a bunch of panels previewing the football season from a betting and fantasy football perspective. Sign up for either contest to be a part of it. It's going to be a great weekend at the end of August for both of these contests, the Circa Million and the Circa Survivor. Can't wait to be out there in a few weeks. I'm bringing my brother with me to Vegas. He's never been to Vegas, so I said, I'm going there for work. If you want to tag along, you can. South Ass says, I just copped 2 tickets to the Panthers game. Papa Jet scared me. Hope he gets his too. See y'all there. Uh-oh. Is there enough for Papa Jet? I believe there should be. I was looking at it real quick. I believe there should be. Worst case, I might have to call the Jets up and see if we can get some more in our section. Let's see. Home stretch of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one man that's currently on hold right now. He left the show, and now he's back. ladies and gentlemen, what is the latest from Jason Allen Storm? Beast? Beast? Beast?
I found something I have that reminds me of Beast. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Come on. I don't know. I think that's pretty good. What do you think?
Nah, twice as sexy and twice as hot than anything you ever seen walk in the face of this earth.
Look at me.
I guess Beast is conducting business, as Dylan Terman just wrote. No one seems to know what business, but there's business being conducted. I just had sent to me the weekly rankings, or the monthly rankings, I should say, for the month of July by committee chairhead Boomtown. So stay tuned, because in a few short days, maybe this afternoon, maybe tomorrow, we will announce the power rankings, our top 10 Asmaniacs for the month of July. So get ready, folks. Get ready. All right, I'm going to do the raffle coming up here unless anyone else has any thoughts they want to call in. I got a huge announcement I'm going to talk more in depth about on the second show today. The Gangrene Legends Cruise. This is the biggest project that I've ever worked on for an Asmaniac event. This has been in the work for months. So I'll do the full promo towards the beginning of the next show so more people obviously see it. But if you're at the event on Saturday, you got the first opportunity to hear about it. If you're in my Discord as a Patreon member, you already got the link sent to you. But I'm taking part in a jet cruise, Gangrene Legends Cruise, next year, May 30th through June 4th. And we're going to be going from Jersey to Bermuda. And we're setting sail with jet legends Kevin Mawai, Chris Ivory, Marty Lyons, Bilal Powell, Leon Washington, Jericho Cotry, and Sean Ellis are all confirmed to be joining the cruise. So is Ryan from Jets Talk 24/7, Green Bean, Matt O'Leary, and Richie from Jets Media, and Fireman Ed. So I have been working on this for a long time with Andy from Sojourn Travel. So this is going to be the coolest Asmaniac event we've ever done. I'll be hosting panels on the ship with all the Jet players and Fireman Ed and the content curators. So start thinking about saving up and booking your vacation to join us on the first ever Gangrene Legends Cruise. It is on a Royal Caribbean cruise line, the Independence of the Seas. So I'm going to talk more about this coming up, but you're going to hear me talk about this a lot over the next several months. This is next year, so you got time. May 30th through June 4th, 2026. We're going to make sure that we get Bobby Midnight on this cruise so we can make him walk the plank. Charles Gorman has to come on the Gangrene Legends Cruise. So if you're someone who's looking for your vacation for next year, this is the cruise. Look at the players we have. We have more we're working on too, by the way. All right. I can't tell you definitively Joe Klecko's coming, but I feel pretty confident that there's a strong chance. He's having knee surgery in a couple months, and as long as everything goes okay with Klecko and Marty Lyons are going to be on this cruise with Kevin Mawai, Ivory, Bilal, Leon Washington, Cotry, Sean Ellis. Get ready. This is the coolest event we've ever done. So a little teaser for you guys. I'll talk more in depth coming up. All right, before we get out of here, how about Frank P with a 10 spot? First person to send that many memberships into the show. Let's go, Frank. Frank in the raffle coming up in mere minutes for 10.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
I'll even tell you who got the memberships here from Frank. The following 10 people are now channel members. Pete's Takes, Flex Plexico, B. Ramos, Dean Paparella, John Hepburn, that's Hep, Miguel Valentin, Rob Bolivian, Ray Merck, Nikki Pink, SoCal Fan Shad, DeRoyd, all receiving a channel membership. And then we had another gifted membership that came through the pipeline from Black Gypsy. What's up, Black Gypsy? Congrats on your raffle win again, my man. Let's put Black Gypsy in for another entry here. Let's get Frank P in for 10. Boom. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, will he walk the plank on the Gangrene Legends cruise next year? That's the question. Let's get the answer now.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course.
Jake, that's funny. Why you want me to walk the plank? What did I do to you?
Walk the plank, you pirate. Arg.
Well, you walk the plank, I throw you overboard.
No, I'm throwing you overboard.
No, you're not. I'm going to throw you overboard if I go.
No, I'm throwing you overboard.
Well, if I go, guess who we met already? 2 of the players you have on there.
That's right.
You remember the story, remember?
Oh, who does? Anyone who watches the show longer than 5 minutes knows the story all about you and Klecko and Marty Lyons and Gastineau.
Yeah, and my brother and me in the elevator. Yeah, we met them already. So they're nice people. We met them.
Hey, Bobby, which player besides Marty Lyons would you like to throw you overboard? Jericho Cotry, Sean Ellis?
Probably Sean Ellis. Probably will throw me.
Sean Ellis?
Yeah. He's a big boy.
Sean wants to know how much will be the cruise. All the pricing's on the website. I should have mentioned
Yeah,
the website
they're
now.
like $1,500, I think it said.
Now, there's different prices based on how nice you want your room to be. If you want like a
Yeah,
balcony
that's
view.
true.
Hey, everyone go to the Jet Cruise or the Jet, excuse me, the jetscruise.com.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Jetscruise.com.
In Bermuda, do they swim with the dolphins?
They can, I think. I don't know.
Oh, if we go to Bermuda, we could swim with the dolphins. I definitely want to swim with the dolphins. I love dolphins.
Do you?
Yeah, I used to love Flipper. The Flipper show. Who's on your show today? Do you have anybody special on today?
It's a mystery.
Oh, okay. It's a mystery. All right, I'll walk the plank for you. How's that?
Derek, I see your question. I'll have more answers to it later on. I just wanted to start mentioning this.
I love your shirt.
Hey, Rick, I know there was an issue with the Discord link. I updated it over the weekend, so it should work now fine.
I love your shirt.
Thank you. Chef Kevin gave it to me.
Yeah, you look like you're ready for Hawaii.
I'm ready to partay.
Yeah, partay.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think Aaron Boone's going to get fired?
No.
No. We still have to have him for the
I don't think he's going to get fired in the regular season. They made their bed with him for. I think there is a chance if they get if they miss the playoffs altogether or they get eliminated in the wild card round, then maybe. But I'm not
remember
confident.
the older days, Joe Steinem, but he got rid of Billy Martin during the season. What the hell? What's going on? Remember?
I don't know, Bob. I don't know.
I know. The Yankees got it. Oh, they played Texas. Guess who's they're playing? Texas Rangers this weekend. This week. 3 days.
They play him starting today.
Is Michael K on vacation this week?
He's on vacation from radio. He's still doing the games.
Oh, okay. Oh, does he fly to Texas? Is he going to fly to Texas? Usually he doesn't do away games, I thought. Maybe he does.
No,
All
he
right.
does away games. He just did the
we'll
3
see-
games in Miami.
We'll see you at like 4 o'clock today so I can sing happy birthday to Mr. Bonesy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Midnight.
Oh, you know I'm doing another Zoom meeting. Oh, Farts Jake's going live. Gotta end my friggin' stream. I'm Bobby.
All right, Bobby Midnight. Before we get out of here, a couple big super chats to address. First one's from Big Loyal. That's what's up. I need that cruise. TheJetsCruise.com for all the info. Join me and a bunch of Jet legends and your favorite YouTubers and your favorite superfan. TheJetsCruise.com, May 30th through June 4th, 2026. We leave from Cape Liberty, Jersey, and we go to Bermuda. Chef Kevin's in the house. Thanks again, Jake, for this past Saturday. All the Asmaniacs who showed up are amazing people, plus they're passionate about the Jets. Shout out to Charles for being an absolute rock star. Let's go, Jets. It was a Charles Gorman meetup. It wasn't a Jake Asman show meetup at the end of the meetup. Green Gang, who came all the way from Baltimore to be at this meetup on Saturday. He just gifted 5 memberships. He's in the Garrett Wilson raffle for 5. Spencer Green says, best believe I will be on the cruise. I'm a degen in casino, so I get on it for free. By God, how do I get Beast on it? Oh, my God. Spencer, I appreciate it. I'll tell you what. I'm going to do something cool. The first person that actually books their trip on the cruise, I'm going to send you an item from the merch store. Because I'm very excited to see who's going to be the first person to actually reserve their spot. Because this is the first time I've talked about it on the show. I've only shared the link privately behind the scenes in the Discord. But this has been in the works for a while, man. Like, I've spent nights being on the phone with Leon Washington and Marty Lyons and all these players and the different creators we have. I mean, we got the best lineup. The Jets are also doing a cruise. They don't have as good of players as we do. They don't have the content creators. They don't have Fireman Ed. And our cruise is cheaper than theirs, too, for what it's worth. So, I'm excited. This is not affiliated with the Jets in any way. It's the Gangrene Legends Cruise. Lo Gerardo Anthony with a $10 super chat. Jake, Yankees making me sick. I'm done with the organization. They become a laughing stock of baseball. I'm going to annihilate them today, Anthony. I want if it makes you feel a little better. I screamed about it yesterday on the show. When I did radio, I'm going to be going off at 1 today. All right. Almost raffle time. One last call. This guy's called back in, so we must hear him out.
I just had chicken. Chicken. I just ate chicken yesterday, a 4-piece. Chicken tenders with fresh cut fry. Oh, those fries I saw at Chef Kev's, that was beautiful. And a happy belated birthday to the great Chef Kevin. Keep your restaurant up and keep on working hard, kid. You're gonna make something of yourself someday. You're gonna be big. You might even be bigger than maybe that one guy, Guy Fieri. You never know.
What do you mean that one guy?
Guy Fieri, you never know. Always remember, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Hey, Beast, when do we get to meet your mom?
Don't know. We have a very cuckoo schedule. Very cuckoo-like for Cocoa Puffs. As a matter of fact, I got to get out of here soon. I got to go get gasoline from the gas station. They'll run me $4. Yeah, I gotta go pump the more, and I gotta make sure to check the oil gauge too, because we're gonna have a little bit of problems with the oil. But I'll be okay. I got the good stuff. Castrol GTX.
Hey, Beast, any interest in going on this cruise ship? Spencer wants to get you on the trip.
I got a little boy I gotta take care of here.
You could bring little Joey on the cruise.
They better have a room, a guinea pig cage, and he better have fresh fruit and veggie, because fresh fruits and veggies they have to eat every day. That's also good 80% of their body weight. Same with the hay, same with pellets. I'll be bringing that with me too. And how long is this cruise?
It's from May 30th to June 4th next year.
I'll take a look into that. See what the interests are on the department. And I'm hoping on Saturday we're gonna hear this. Oh, look at this!
Beast, they have a lot of great buffets on the cruise, so you could just eat food the whole time.
I was just gonna say, Justin Fields looking down. Oh, there's Justin throws. Justin launches. Run to the end zone. Garrett Wilson touchdown! That's right, baby. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can we say 2025 the Jets are going to have a hot season? Oh, yes, baby. And you know why? It's WFAN. We are red hot.
Hey, Beast, give me a Garrett Wilson catch, because I'm about to do a Garrett Wilson jersey giveaway. But move your microphone that's never actually plugged into your actual system.
Hold on 1 second. Now you know I did some construction yesterday. I had to do a little bed fixing. Took care of that. That was no brainer.
Did you wet your bed?
Get ready, bed. Over here. Set up, shotgun. Get on 3. Get on 3. Get ready. Blue 36. Blue 36. Get ready. 318. Get ready. Set. Hike. Miami touchdown. Amen.
Thank you, Beast. Big fella with a super chat. Beast, if there are real people of Japan, does it mean there are fake people too? Great question. Beast, what do you think about this?
Give me a second. There we go. Right there. Look, there, boom, boom. Hey, Japan is known for a lot of great things. PlayStation, Nintendo, New Japan Pro Wrestling, All Japan. The great.
What about the
giant-
real people of Japan? Are there fake people?
No, they're not. They're great stuff. They're great people out there. Who do you think? Who do you think gave us some great deals? Trump. I might be big. I might be bad, but I'm gonna take your ass down.
Beast, thank you. Okay. Folks, I know what you're thinking. When is this raffle? Well, I got news for you. The Garrett Wilson raffle, it's right now.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Oh, baby, you hear the music, but where's the wheel, you might be saying? Well, the wheel is about to be loaded up for all to see right now. Good luck to everyone. We already gave away 3 prizes on this show. Now let's give away a 4th. Let's give away a sign, or not sign, but let's give away a Garrett Wilson jersey. If you win, email me, AsmanJake@gmail.com, the size you want the jersey in, your name, and of course the address where to send it. Good luck to all. It is time to spin the wheel of champions. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the G5 jersey is Bobby Midnight. How about that? Robert Woodruff is the winner. And look, I give Bobby credit. No one gave him these memberships. Bobby Midnight dropped a 5 spot at 9:32 a.m. And he wins a Garrett Wilson jersey. Let's go, Robert Woodruff. Yeah, baby. Congrats to Bobby Midnight. All right, that does it for me. I got 2 more hours of radio coming up, and then I'm planning on doing an afternoon stream around 4:30-ish. So check out that. We'll recap Jet practice today. Jets are not on the field yet. They're practicing later than normal today. They're at 12:45. So by the time I get off radio, get home, we will get after it and cover today's practice. Again, thanks again to everyone who came to our meetup on Saturday. If you didn't make it, please, please, please lock in your spot for the Jets-Giants meetup we have in less than 2 weeks. Tickets are just $18, and it includes a free beer, a free shot, and a raffle ticket. And we got some epic prizes that night that we're going to be raffling away. On that note, Jets, 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 Jets. And let's end the show with a timeless classic, shall we? I take you back to a time when things were a lot different around this show. When we didn't know that the upcoming Jet season was going to be such a disaster. When we had hope, when we had dreams. And there was a man in a park that chased around a duck. Go Jets, and talk to you guys on ESPN New York today from 1 to 3. All right, more calls right now. Scott is on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. Hello, Scott.
Hey, what's up, brother? I'm at a park right now, and I want to ask people if there are any Jet fans out here. But
are you in New York?
Yeah, it's in Saratoga Springs, which is like about 30 minutes north of Albany. You go right down the highway. Easy drive, but yeah, it's really nice here. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Maybe we have a Jet fan. Hey, come back here. Are you a Jet fan?
Oh my God.
No, you are Affleck. See, and maybe you are. I guess not. Probably not. Hey, who this follows Bobby Midnight? This is Jet talk here. Hey, I'll probably get in trouble, you know. So yeah, send Alan to the hole. Get that clown in there. And you know what? Put him.
Oh, we lost Scott. Man. I don't know what to say.
Hey, here's here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.